it's Christine, and today I have a special treat. Today I am doing a 2-page layout and using this month's Flavors of the Month kit. I don't do a lot of 2-page layouts anymore, but this was a case where I had so many pictures, it really needed a 2-page layout. And they were all from the same thing, similar background. There was just no reason to make like 3 or 4 layouts out of it. So what I did is I started off by cutting out a bunch of different size circles using the patterned papers from the Illustrated Faith kit. And I used one really big one there in the center and then added some little ones. And then what I'm doing now is I'm just taking some white acrylic paint up against my ruler and creating some messy white stripes. Now, this probably would have been a good idea to do beforehand. However, I didn't decide I wanted to do it until I had put the circles on. Once I had the circles on there, I realized it was lacking something. There was a lot of white space and it just didn't have a very current, trendy feel to it that I was looking for. There's some really trendy, fun patterns included in this kit. And so I knew I needed something to kind of bring it up to that. And so I decided some white paint stripes would get the job done. I've seen people doing these a lot, especially on single page layouts, and I love the look of it. It's not meant to be super neat. Now, obviously, since I'm using a ruler, I am keeping my space pretty even, but you can see I'm not trying to keep them like perfectly straight or even lines. I'm trying to stagger them a little bit. I'm letting them be messy and just kind of doing my thing. I'm not stressing about how perfect they are by any means. And this is pretty easy to space. I'm using both the grid on my background sheet there as well as my ruler to space things. And this T-ruler makes it really easy because it keeps the sides really straight. So it just makes it a lot easier to keep the consistent spacing that I was going for. And in the end, I'm really happy with how this turned out. In fact, I really think it adds something special to this layout. Now, the lighting in my room right now, this looks like I'm using a black background, but I'm actually using navy blue cardstock, which came with the kit, I think. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully I'm not wrong. If I am wrong, I'm sorry. Anyways, regardless, it is a navy blue cardstock and it matches nicely with the colors, as well as it looks really nice with those bright pops of color. Now, the Flavors of the Month kit comes with 4 different page kits. This month includes several different really fun summer looks, and it is an option, but you also have the option to add on an embellishment kit. You can add on extra patterned papers. You can add on extra cardstock. You can do the double shot kit. There are lots of options. And the beauty of the Scrap Room is that it is a non-commitment club. So you can do it for 1 month, or you can do it for 6, or you can join and never quit like me. You've got lots of options there. So be sure to check out the website linked up down below, and keep following this channel as well as our Facebook page and our Facebook challenge group for lots of fresh ideas with this month's kits. Now, I'm going to start adding my pictures on. All of them are matted in white. Some of them are rectangular and some of them are circular to keep with the circular look. And as you can see, I've got quite a few going on. These are all pictures from my 40th birthday when a bunch of friends got together with me to celebrate, and the word hope was on one of the cut apart pieces in this page kit. Well, our church happens to be called Hope Lutheran, and so I couldn't resist using this kit for these pictures because hope was perfect. And these are all friends from my church, and so it was just the perfect setup. So I cut that out, and I'm going to use it as my title, and in fact I'm going to add on more to it to use the hashtag that we use on Facebook, and that will actually be my title. Lots of different pictures. Like I said, they're mostly on the same background, and so now I'm just moving them around, seeing what setup I like the best. where I want the circular ones to go, where I want the rectangular ones to go. Really, the big rectangular ones are kind of set in the base, and then the circle ones are the ones that I'm really playing with to see where they fit best. Now it's time to start embellishing, and I'm going to look at it and kind of decide whether I want more circles on there, because, you know, if when you're starting with the circle theme, you want to make sure you have a good balance of colors, good balance of sizes, all those things. I'm also going to work on making sure if any of them need to be popped up so that they have some extra dimension. That's always really important to me. Now, I also fuzzy cut some flowers out of one of the patterned papers, and I'm going to use those to embellish throughout the layout. This was also on the paper that said Hope, which I said earlier it was a cut apart paper, but it wasn't a cut apart paper. It was just a patterned paper that I cut Hope out of, and then I cut the flowers out of it as well. And it was a really cool paper. If I was going for a single photo layout, I probably would have gone with it because it's just a really neat paper that's really ready to roll for you. Now I'm going to pull out some pieces from the embellishment kit as well as from the page kit itself and just figure out what to add to the rest of it. There's a lot in this kit, and so there was a lot of things I wanted to try to include, but you can't always include everything. So you can see here, I'm just checking different things to see how they fit, if they will fit, and determining really that I need to just stick with the flowers. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some sequins to the center of the layout to play up that horizontal line a little bit more. These are just some simple sequins from my stash, and I am going to just use my dual tip glue pen to add those. Just another way to add a little bit of sparkle and shine to the whole thing without having to break the bank too much. So really, I used a lot of patterned papers in this one, more than I used the additional embellishments from the kit or the embellishment kit, because the patterned papers just have a lot to offer with this. And I kind of love when that happens because I feel like it's obvious what you're going to do with stickers. It's obvious what you're going to do with ephemera. It's not always obvious how far you can stretch patterned paper. Patterned paper is just, you can get so much bang for your buck when it comes to patterned paper. So thank you so much for being here today. Be sure to keep your eye on this channel. Every Saturday there's a new video, and sometimes there's more even in between. And be sure to check out the kit this month. There are some really beautiful kits in there, and you do not want to miss them. We will see you again soon. Thanks for joining me.